Live from Fenway Park in Boston, the New England Sports Network presents exclusive coverage of Boston Red Sox baseball. This afternoon, it's the Red Sox against the Toronto Blue Jays. Greetings, everyone. I'm Bob Kurtz, along with Jerry Remy. Welcome to the ballpark. Boy, it has been quite a weekend here at Fenway Park. The Sox and the Blue Jays Thursday night, a terrific ball game with the Red Sox coming from behind and winning in 10 innings, 8-7. Last night, all the controversy involving Mo Vaughn, and the Blue Jays mauled the Red Sox. The final score was 10-6. So game 3 of the 4-game series coming your way this afternoon, and the Red Sox are going to hand the baseball to Bret Saberhagen.
Well, he's really got his work cut out for him this afternoon, Bob, because this has been a very hot Blue Jay team in these 2 games. A .325 batting average. Look at the average of men in scoring position. They're getting the job done there. 6 home runs they hit. Phillips has been hot at the leadoff position, 6 for 9. Delgado having an outstanding series. And, of course, Ed Sprague, who's be celebrating his 31st birthday today, already has 2 home runs in this series. So this kind of reminds me of the Red Sox went to Yankee Stadium at the end of May. They lost 6 in a row. Saberhagen came up very big in that ball game, and he has to do so here again this afternoon.
Yeah, it would help because they're struggling a little bit in the starting rotation. Both Cho and Avery, each going only 3 innings in each of the first 2 games in the series. But really, still the bullpen's not in that bad a shape.
Not too bad at all. We go back to the beginning of the week, starting in Cleveland. Of course, you had that day-night doubleheader, and look at all the relief pitchers that have been used this week. Garces, you can go right through the whole list. 9 relievers used. And looking at this ball game today, a disaster last night, as you mentioned, 2 starters going out early. But last night, they were able to keep every pitcher to about 1 inning, with the exception of Wakefield, who went 2. So the bullpen is in good shape. The only guy that would not be available today would be Carlos Reyes, because he's pitched 4 a couple of days ago.
So coming up, game 3 of this 4-game weekend series, matching the Red Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays. Bret Saberhagen against Woody Williams. It comes your way next, right here on NESN.
Flying to Baltimore for business? If these 17 reasons don't convince you to fly Southwest Airlines nonstop to Baltimore, maybe this will. Call 1-800-I-FLY-SWA.
You are now free to move about the country.
It's back. And this time, there's something new. Now there's a wind tunnel that's self-propelled.
Nobody
New self-propelled wind tunnel.
Tonight on NESN, it's the Boston Red Sox and the Coors Light Silver Bullet Blast. With each Red Sox home run, a lucky Silver Bullet Blast contestant will win dinner for 2 at Ruby Tuesday, courtesy of Coors Light and NESN. To enter, send a postcard with your name, address, and phone number to Box 15637, Kenmore Station, Boston, 02215. So stay tuned to the Sox on NESN. It's gonna be a blast.
NESN's exclusive coverage of Boston Red Sox baseball is brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines. With fares so low, you have the freedom to go places and do things you never thought possible. Fly Southwest Airlines. By Mobil, introducing the fastest way to get gas. Mobil Speed Pass. It's free, and it's only at Mobil. By Citizens Bank, not your typical bank. And by Frost Brewed Coors Light, who reminds you the 3 most important words are, hey, beer man. A late Saturday afternoon start here at Fenway Park in Boston. Game 3 of this 4-game weekend series, matching the Red Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays. Game 1 going to the Sox in dramatic fashion here. On Thursday night, the big 10th inning base hit by Jason Varitek, chasing Darren Lewis home from second base. That was an 8-7 win. Last night, it was Toronto that prevailed. This afternoon, the lineup for the Blue Jays features Tony Phillips leading off in right field. Sean Green bats number 2 in center. Jose Canseco will hit third. He's in left field. Carlos Delgado will be the cleanup man for the Blue Jays at first base, followed by Mike Stanley, the DH. Aaron Fletcher behind the plate. Tony Fernandez at second base. Ed Sprague at third, and Alex Gonzalez, the young shortstop, will hit number 9.
The defense this afternoon for the Red Sox will have John Ballantyne at third base, Nomar Garciaparra, the shortstop, Mike Benjamin at second, Mo Vaughn at first. Left to right will be Troy O'Leary, Darren Lewis, and Darren Bragg. Scott Hatterberg behind the plate. And on the mound, right-hander Bret Saberhagen, a record of 10-5 with a 4.59 ERA. This will be start number 20 on the season for Saberhagen, his first against the Blue Jays since back in 1991. Saberhagen, 3 straight no decisions. Pitched a great game the last time out against the Tigers. 7 innings, 5 hits, only the 1 run, but lost to Detroit 3-1 as Justin Thompson pitched a great game for Detroit.
Saberhagen looking for his first win since the 1st of July when he beat Montreal here at Fenway Park 6-1. This afternoon's umpires are being brought to you by NAM, National Arbitration and Mediation, the most timely and cost-effective way to settle your legal disputes. Dale Scott is our home plate umpire. The veteran Davy Phillips works at first base. Rocky Rowe is the umpire at second, and Durwood Merrill will work at third. Another very near capacity house here at Fenway Park this afternoon. Red Sox and Blue Jays matched up for the third time in this weekend series.
The right fielder, Tony Phillips.
Tony Phillips, Sean Green, and Jose Canseco coming up for the Blue Jays, who came to Fenway. They figured they had to win 3 of 4 to put some pressure on the Red Sox in the wild card race. Certainly Tony Phillips has had a nice weekend. 414 on the year for Phillips. 1 home run and 4 runs batted in. Home run for Phillips coming out here last night. First pitch by Saberhagen, missing down low. Phillips has had 3 straight 3-hit ball games and now has a 6-game hitting streak. Fly ball here to center field. Aaron Lewis is back to make the catch, and there's 1 out.
With this 5 o'clock start this afternoon, shadows could be a factor as the game goes on. Certainly not right now. Both pitcher and hitter still in the sunlight. You see the backdrop in center field for the day games here at Fenway Park to help those hitters with that background.
1 going for the Blue Jays here in the first inning, and here's Sean Green. Green checks in at 268 for the year, 19 home runs and 52 runs batted in. Green needs 1 home run to join the 2020 club for the Blue Jays. He would be the 7th in team history to achieve that goal. Jose Canseco was number 6. That occurred earlier this year. Breaking ball from Saberhagen, missing down and in, a ball and a strike.
Green has struggled some since the All-Star break, only a 200 average. As a matter of fact, he's 0 for his last 15 at bats.
History says Green will hit better the second half of the year than he will the first. It's been the case throughout his career as he's out in front of that one from Saberhagen, 1-2. Ground ball, right side. Mike Benjamin makes the play at second base, over to Bo Vaughn, and there's 2 away. Sox looking to Bret Saberhagen in this one. Jin-Ho Cho went 3 innings before being dispatched to Trenton on Thursday night. Steve Avery lasting just 3 innings plus a few batters in the 4th here last night. And so the Red Sox could use a few innings from Saberhagen. Here's Jose, 235 with 28 home runs, including that monster off the Coke bottles here last night, and 62 runs batted in.
That home run that Jose hit here last night, if it did not hit the Coke bottles, it may have ended up somewhere in Newburyport.
Yeah, you said on the air it was still rising as it left Fenway.
Line shot.
That's a strike, says Davy Phillips. It's 1-2. Blue Jays, along with Canseco, a home run hitting club. They come in with 137. Only the Seattle Mariners have more home runs among American League teams. Breaking ball, swing and miss. He struck him out. 1-2-3. Go the Blue Jays here in the top of the first inning. Toronto scoreless with the Red Sox coming up.
When you ship with Priority Mail, it's a great way to save money. But what about other parts of the world? There's global Priority Mail. And here's the best part. Give us a few days more, and you can save up to 70% over FedEx or UPS. So, What's your global priority? Try Global Priority Mail from the U.S. Postal Service.
Do you believe the old way of buying gas is dead? We do. Speed Pass from Mobil. It's the fastest way to get gas. Just wave it past the pump. And like magic, you're gone. Speed Pass, only at Mobil, lets you take wing.
Bret Saberhagen makes quick work of the Blue Jays in the top half of the first inning. Now the Red Sox turn. Jimmy Williams' lineup card for this Saturday afternoon has Darren Lewis leading it off in center field. John Valentin bats number 2 at third base. Mo Vaughn follows at first. Nomar Garciaparra once again the cleanup hitter. And it's Troy O'Leary in left field. Aaron Bragg in right. Mike Benjamin at second base. Scott Hatteberg behind the plate. And the designated hitter, B.J. Cummings, bats number 9.
And the defense this afternoon for the Toronto Blue Jays. Ed Sprague will be at third base. Alex Gonzalez, the shortstop. Tony Fernandez at second. And Carlos Delgado, the first baseman. Left to right, Jose Canseco, Sean Green, and Tony Phillips. Aaron Fletcher behind the plate. And on the mound, right-hander Woody Williams. Start number 21 on the season. A record of 9-4. 4.02 ERA. He's making his first start of 98 against the Red Sox. He was 2-1 last season against Boston, 3-3 in his career. He's won 6 of his last 8 decisions, and that's the last one against the Yankees. A winning pitcher in that ball game. 6 1/3 innings, 3 runs, 5 walks, and 3 strikeouts. One thing to look for: he's allowed 20 home runs. That's 4th most in the American League.
Now the Red Sox getting their first look this year at Woody Williams. They saw a lot of him a year ago, and he beat him 2 times in the 3 ball games that he pitched. He is 2-1 lifetime here at Fenway Park, and Darren Lewis leads off here for the Sox. First pitch from Williams is in for a called strike. Lewis 285 on the year, 5 homers and 43 runs batted in. Darren Lewis, of course, figured prominently in the Red Sox win in extra innings here on Thursday. He drew a 2-out walk and eventually scored the winning run in the bottom of the 10th inning, coming in on Jason Varitek's single to right center field to give the Sox an 8-7 come from behind win over the Blue Jays. Woody Williams, 31 years of age. Breaking ball is wide. That'll even things on Lewis at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Williams, another one of those guys who takes the baseball every 5th or every 4th day, making his 62nd consecutive start.
He's got 9 wins, Bob, as we mentioned. He could have more. He's left 5 games with the lead.
3-2 pitch, foul tip held on to by Fletcher, and so Darren Lewis, the strikeout victim. This could be a very interesting pitching matchup this afternoon. Williams and Saberhagen.
The 5 games that he left with the lead, the bullpen was not able to hold that lead, and of course Williams not involved in the decision. Threw the fastball by Lewis to pick up his first strikeout of the afternoon.
Here's John Valentin, 274 on the year with 13 home runs, 42 runs batted in. Valentin steps into it and drives it foul down the left field line. Valentin has been heating up over the last 10 days. Offerman of Kansas City has been the hottest hitter in baseball. John Valentin checks in at 438. He's got a couple of doubles in this series already and 4 hits. 2 in each of the 2 ball games against the Blue Jays. Hits this one high in the air. Foul territory. Ed Sprague shades the eyes of the sun, makes the catch, and 2 outs. Mo Vaughn being booed here by this crowd at Fenway Park as he makes his way to the plate. But there's some cheers for Mo as well. You know all the controversy from Vaughn over the last couple of days. Mo has had his say. The Red Sox have had their say as it's fouled back. 1 strike the count on Vaughn. 328 for Bo, 25 home runs and 64 runs batted in. Really too bad it's all come down to this, with the Red Sox fighting for the wild card, coming off that exciting win here on Thursday night. And the controversy heats up all over again yesterday. Pass ball high and away. 1 ball, 1 strike.
With all that going on, Vaughn still 4 for 8 in this series against Toronto. Had a couple of hits in the ballgame last night.
Batting here with the bases empty and 2 outs in the first. Swing and a miss. It's 1 and 2. Vaughn able to hold up. No, Vaughn is down on strikes, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Red Sox. We're scoreless here at Fenway after 1.
Finally, man has achieved Mach 3.
Your New England Ford dealer's factory authorized clearance will make you happy with this great deal. Lease a fully loaded F-150 for just $317 a month.
Hey, if you're going to get a truck, you might as well get the best, right?
That's a 4x4 Super Cab with a Triton V8 loaded with automatic transmission, air conditioning, power windows and locks, cruise control, and much more.
It's tough, powerful. It's got more standard power than any truck out there.
Just $317 a month. Hurry to your New England Ford dealer's factory authorized clearance.
Finally, man has achieved Mach 3.
Back at Fenway, no score between the Blue Jays and Red Sox after 1 inning. Let's take a look at the batting leaders in both the American League and National League. Brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Ivan Rodriguez on top at 342. Todd Walker of Minnesota. Matt Steers, who we'll see on the next road trip, at 332. Vaughn Morris. And I believe there's one more at 328. That would be David Segui of Seattle. Dante Bichette at 342. Larry Walker 333. Kendall, Brian Jordan, Derek Bell, the top 5 in the National League.
And back here at Fenway Park, top half of inning number 2. Scoreless ballgame. You had a busy night last night with the Vaughn controversy. Dan Duquette dropping by the broadcast booth, and Hope of Days of Our Lives also visiting.
Well, Bob, as you well know, there is never a dull moment around this place.
Back to Fenway Park for a 4-game series, and a lot going on here over the weekend.
What a beautiful afternoon, huh?
The first baseman.
Picture perfect. A few puffy clouds up above. Humidity is low. Perfect day for baseball. Full house on hand as the Red Sox and Blue Jays battle. Carlos Delgado will lead off for Toronto. Great day for baseball. Good pitching matchup, too. This figures to be a good one. Bret Saberhagen against Woody Williams. Did you find Stefano in the crowd last night? Is it Stefano? Is that what the guy's name is?
We found him, and we tracked him all night long.
Now, he could be wearing a different disguise today.
Red Sox have that shift on again in the infield. Delgado's hit right through it in this series.
3 for 3 last night.
John Valentin back at his old position at shortstop.
Two balls and a strike. Valentin's the Lone Ranger on the left side of the infield for the Red Sox. Delgado fouls it back, and the count is even now, 2-2. Baltimore's winning streak coming to an end this afternoon at 5 games. They were beaten by Seattle 4-2. The Orioles have really been charging behind the Red Sox in the wild card standings. Orioles have now won 14 of their last 16. He trailed the Sox by 7.5. Here's a hot shot down the right field line. That's a fair ball. One hop into the stands. That'll be a ground rule double. And Delgado has his third two-bagger of this series.
What a series he's had here at Fenway Park, this being the third game of the series. Again, he doesn't mind the shift. He just hits the ball over the head of the infielders. One hard hop into the stands for the ground rule double. So that graphic we showed, most of his hits pulling the ball to right field. Actually, that's a break going into the stands because it's probably going to be 3 bases if it stays in play.
Leadoff man in scoring position for the Blue Jays. Here is Mike Stanley. That's in for a strike. 249 for Stanley, 21 homers and 44 runs batted in. Stanley 0 for 3 in the ball game last night, but homered off at Cho here on Thursday. Infield pop-up. Nomar Garciaparra at shortstop will make the catch. 1 out.
Delgado with 31 doubles now on the season. That puts him 1 behind Valentin and Darren Erstad, who lead the league in doubles at 32.
Number 9, the catcher, Darren Fletcher.
Here's the catcher, Darren Fletcher, 280 on the season, 6 round trippers, 35 runs batted in. Last year with the Expos and this year with the Blue Jays as he takes a called strike. Had a big home run year for Fletcher for the Expos last year. Has 17, as mentioned, 6 to this stage of this season. Charlie O'Brien was the regular catcher for the Blue Jays last year. This time they turn it over to Fletcher. Dino Santiago was scheduled to do a lot of the catching as well, but Santiago was injured in an off-season car accident and hasn't played this year. Mentioned Thursday when we were here, Blue Jays trying to put it together offensively. They lead the American League in stolen bases. They're second in home runs, so you think they score a lot of runs, but they really don't. They're 10th in the American League. Run production has been a problem for the Blue Jays. It was an area that they addressed during the offseason. It hasn't quite worked out like they had hoped offensively for Tim Johnson and company, because they got a pretty good pitching staff, as you know. All even after 104 games, actually 105 played by the Blue Jays. They have a tie on their resume this year as well. Called after 6 innings, a ball game in Chicago against the White Sox. So they'll play 163, the Jays will, this year. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bret Saberhagen was no decision his last 3 times out. Saberhagen's first 16 starts this year, he received a decision in every game except 1. But since beating the Expos here at Fenway on July the 1st, 3 straight no decisions for Bret. 3-2 pitch here, due Fletcher. Fletcher pops it up. Garciaparra this time on the outfield grass, now moves back on the dirt portion of the infield, makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
Well, 2 big outs by Saberhagen. That leadoff double. Then he gets Stanley on an inside high fastball to pop up. And this the changeup to Fletcher. He'll also pop up to Garciaparra. So now 2 outs, and that man still standing at second base.
Tony Fernandez.
Two outs in the Blue Jays second inning. Here is the second baseman Tony Fernandez, 292 on the year, 6 homers and 42 runs batted in.
5-game hitting streak stopped last night for Fernandez. Went 0 for 3 in the ball game.
Fernandez with Toronto for the 3rd time in his big league career. He is the first 3-time Blue Jay. He has played 1,203 games for the Toronto franchise. 3rd on their all-time list behind Ernie Witt and Lloyd Mosby. That's a strike. It is 0-2. Leadoff double for Delgado. He's still at second base with 2 outs. 2-strike pitch here from Saberhagen. Line drive to left field. That's a fair ball, says Derwood Merrill. Into score comes Delgado. Into second base with a 2-out double is Fernandez as the Blue Jays take a 1-0 lead. Couple of doubles lead to a Toronto run here in the top of the 2nd.
Tony Fernandez could run out to left field, drop the ball, and not do it any better than this. Just slice it right down that left field line. An 0-2 pitch by Saberhagen's down, but had a lot of the plate. And just on the line in that left field corner. Nice play by O'Leary, but Fernandez will beat the throw in the second base with the double. 2-out double, a drive and a run. RBI number 43 on the season for Tony Fernandez.
Delgado scores. Jays draw first blood here. 1-0. Here's Ed Sprague looking at strike 1. 17 home runs for Sprague this year. 2 in this series. 1 in each of the first 2 ball games. Today is birthday number 31 for Ed Sprague. Sprague homered off Reyes here on Thursday and off Steve Avery last night. Fernandez at second base for the Jays with a run in. 2 outs here in the top of the 2nd inning. Saberhagen's 1-1 pitch, broken bat, and Garcia Parra can't pull that one down. It's a base hit to left field. Into score comes Fernandez. Sprague with the bloop single over Garcia Parra's head. Broken bat single for Sprague, and the Jays have a 2-0 lead.
Well, just a soft line drive that's barely going to get up over the glove of Garcia Parra. He had plenty of time to set himself set, try to jump and make the catch, but can't quite get up high enough. And then O'Leary looks like he may have had problem getting the ball out of the glove, because it looked like he was going to have a chance at Fernandez as he charged the ball, but never really did get the throw off to home. There he is charging, and I think right there didn't have a good grip on the baseball and decides to go to second base.
Alex Gonzalez, meanwhile, takes the called strike on the outside corner. 243 for the 25-year-old shortstop. 9 homers, 39 runs batted in. Nice save behind the plate by Hatteberg. A ball and a strike.
Well, that really was. He went a long way to catch that ball. Big sweeping curveball that's going to bounce and be off to the right of Hatteberg, but he's able to make the catch on it on 1 hop. Keeps the man out of scoring position.
So you want to get your body in front of it, but no chance to get the body in front of that one. That was too far away. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Back with a fastball for strike 2. Vaughn holds with Sprague at first base. Hatteberg, that one bounces away, moving into second base on the wild pitch will be Sprague.
Almost the exact same pitch as the one he caught a couple of pitches ago. This time can't quite make the play. It's going to bounce to his right, and that will allow Sprague to get in the scoring position with 2 outs. Blocked it and kicked off to his right, and that's enough to allow that runner to advance.
Foul back by Alex Gonzalez. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runs, 3 hits for the Blue Jays. All the offensive action coming here in the top of the second. Craig at second base with 2 outs. Here's the 2-2 pitch now to Gonzalez, a high fastball, and it's 3-2. Fly ball left field. Troy O'Leary comes in a couple of steps, makes the catch, and that retires the side. But 2 runs, 3 hits for the Blue Jays as they grab a 2-0 lead after 1.5.
Unlike other airlines, Southwest doesn't limit seats for frequent flyer award tickets. So if we've got a seat, it's yours. Not for keeps.
You are now free to move about the country.
Unlike other airlines, Southwest frequent flyer tickets can be easily transferred to friends and family members. Or perhaps someone else.
You are now free to move about the country.
Hey, beer man!
I'm the fastest beer man in Texas. That fan is thirsting for a cold frost brew Coors Light, and I'm the guy that's gonna give it to him, punk.
This game has passed you by, old-timer. I'll give this fan a cup of ice-cold Rocky Mountain refreshment faster than you can blink.
All right, 2 beers.
You still got it, old man.
Not bad yourself, kid.
Connors, Ford, Gomez. To these guys, winning never gets old. The greatest champions of tennis return to New England for the Sprint PCS Champions, August 5th through the 9th at Babson College in Wellesley, Massachusetts. For Sprint PCS Champions tickets, call 1-800-486-8366. Experience yesterday's rivalries today at the Sprint PCS Champions with the Corel WTA Boston Cup from the 10th through the 16th.
Now back here at Fenway Park, it's the site of the annual Red Sox Family Day game today. It was quite a lot of festivities here. We open our coverage with Debbie Robleski chatting with Jake Eckersley.
What's the best part about dressing up and being out here in the field?
Being with my dad and having lots of fun.
This is my 8.5-month-old daughter grabbing the microphone, Lauren. And over here is my wife, Elizabeth.
Fitzy, just tell me a little bit about you.
Ground ball here by Garcia Parra to short. Alex Gonzalez throws him out. 1 pitch, 1 out here. See more of the
Batting 5th, number 25, the left fielder.
4 up, 4 down so far for the Red Sox here against Woody Williams. Here's Troy O'Leary. O'Leary takes the called strike. 278 for Troy with 17 home runs, 57 runs batted in. O'Leary was on RedSox.com for a chat yesterday, and one of the questions asked if he sets any goals for himself. The one goal he did set was to hit 20 home runs in a season, and he's almost there with a career high 17 round trippers for the Sox. Sends this one foul, and it's 0-2. Woody Williams with 9 wins, 4 losses on the year. Williams a year ago was the opposite of that, 9-14. O'Leary here hit by a pitch. So O'Leary trots down to first base. First base runner for the Red Sox here this afternoon.
Right off the right elbow, it sounded like for O'Leary. I think he wears that elbow pad, which it sounded like it might have hit right there. Because if he didn't have that elbow pad on, that might have been a little bit more painful. You talk about Woody Williams allowing the home runs, but opponents only hitting .238 against him on the season. That's 8th best in the American League as far as batting average against. Clemens leads, Martinez 2nd, Williams is 8th. Juan Guzman, who pitched last night, is 10th in the league.
Here's Darren Bragg, 269 on the year, 5 home runs, 38 runs batted in. Fouled off by Bragg.
That, by the way, was the first batter that Woody Williams has hit this season.
Home runs allowed. Nagy of Cleveland still has given up the most, 27. Belcher and Henkin. Belcher 23, Henkin 22. Mulder of Detroit 20, along with Woody Williams and a number of others.
Sometimes that looks like a disaster, but usually that's guys that are around the plate. And a lot of times those pitchers don't give up the 2 or 3 run home runs. It's solo home runs. If they can keep to the solo home runs, that's fine.
Up high to Bragg, 3-1. Williams generally does not walk many. Did walk 5 his last time up, but he's generally among the league leaders as far as base on balls per 9 innings.
Yeah, that was a season high, wasn't it? In walks for him, 5.
Bragg to left field. Canseco looking up. It's good. It's gone. A home run for Darren Bragg. Toronto gets 2 in the top half of the inning, and Bragg ties the ball game for the Red Sox with 1 swing of the bat here in the bottom of the second. There's that home run ball again.
Well, nice way to break out of a mini slump for Bragg. He had been 0 for the 9 in the last 4 games that he's played, and he'll get that 3-1 fastball and take it up over the left field wall for the 2-run home run. We talked about the home runs. You don't mind if they're solo, but this is a 2-run homer for Bragg to tie the ball game.
Mike Benjamin back in the lineup at second base, takes a called strike. I mentioned Charles Nagy has allowed the most, 27, then Belcher 23. 22 for Henkin and 21 now for Williams.
Tim Belch has become a quite popular guy. A lot of teams interested in getting him for the stretch drive.
Benjamin in the air to left field. Canseco runs over, and Jose able to make the catch. Had to reach for that one at the last minute. 2 going for the Sox here in the second.
Another pitch that's up in the strike zone, and Benjamin on the line to left field, but Jose makes the play going away toward the left field wall.
Number 10, the catcher, Scott Hatterberg.
Two outs in the Red Sox second. Here's Scott Hatterberg. 72, 8 homers, and 26 runs batted in. Williams comes back with a breaking ball for a strike. Williams, very quick worker, gets the ball back from the catcher. He's set to go in a hurry. Ball's behind Hatterberg, 3-1. So he hit O'Leary this inning, fell behind Bragg 3-1, gave up the 2-run homer, and now trails Scott Hatterberg in the count. 3 balls, 1 strike. And down low for ball 4.
Batting 9, number 29, the designated hitter.
Here's the DH for the Red Sox. Midray Cummings, 265 on the year, 4 home runs, 13 runs batted in. Cummings with a home run in last night's ball game. One ball, 1 strike. Williams last time out, he beat the Yankees 9-3 at Skydome. That was July the 19th. Lost his prior start to Baltimore 11-5.
Cummings seeing a lot of off-speed pitches in this at bat. Couple of curveballs, change up.
Foul back to the screen.
There's the fastball, but it's up in the zone about letter high. Mentioned many times, Midre Cummings, very good fastball hitter.
Fouled away again by Cummings. So still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Woody Williams broke into the big leagues with the Blue Jays back in 1993. Began the year with Syracuse that year. Called up to Toronto on May the 14th. Notched his first major league win that year on June the 4th against the Oakland A's. Cummings hits it hard, but right at the second baseman, Tony Fernandez. And that'll retire the side. Sox get 2 on the home run by Bragg. We're tied at 2 after 2.
There's no waiting for NESN Sports Desk. Join Bob Rogers and Jamie Parker as they keep you up to date on all the news from the world of sports in under 30 minutes. 7 days a week, it's NESN Sports Desk.
I'd like to tell you about a local rent-a-car company. It's called Hertz. I know. Great big Hertz at the airport. That's what you're thinking. But this is Hertz Local Edition, and we're right here in town with several convenient locations. So, your car's in the shop, or you just need one for the weekend, call us. We'll come right over and pick you up. I know. You want to know about our rates? Well, pick up the phone. Let us surprise you.
Now back here at Fenway Park, where we had our Red Sox annual Family Day game today. It ended in a 12-12 tie. The Fenway Flyers against the Green Monsters. And again, we'll try and squeeze it in here. We had a little trouble with Woody Williams on the mound. Some of the coverage here today at Fenway Park.
Betsy, just tell me a little bit about being out here for Family Day.
Well, it's great fun. We don't get to get on the field much, so this is a good time to get out and play and get her on the field. So
I think she wants to be a NESN reporter. What do you think?
Watch out.
Red Sox are #1.
Now the Hatterberg family, the Joust family, all the families taking part in this one. And as usual, the game ends, Jerry, in a tie.
Did it tie again this year?
But
wow.
What? How many years in a row has this game been tied?
That's incredible. Can't go extra innings, of course, because you got to get this game started.
Number 12, the right fielder.
Top of the order here for the Blue Jays in the 3rd inning. Tony Phillips will be followed by Sean Green and Jose Canseco. Phillips flied to center field to open the ball game. 0 for 1 in this one. Phillips was originally signed by the Montreal Expos after being selected in the 1978 player draft. He's been around a while. Has played in the majors for the Oakland A's, the Detroit Tigers, California, and Chicago. Blossoming under Sparky Anderson in Detroit.
Signed by the Blue Jays back on July 1st. Spent the next 17 days at the AAA level. Syracuse before being called up by the Blue Jays. And a good example in these last 2 games of why they wanted Tony Phillips. It seems like he's always on base from that leadoff spot. Makes pitchers work hard, throw a lot of pitches.
You mentioned his first at bat. 3 consecutive 3-hit ball games. Not much of a strike zone, but Saberhagen finds it. 2 balls and a strike. Bret Saberhagen today. Pedro Martinez matched up against Pat Henkin here in the season or the series finale tomorrow. Full count on Tony Phillips. .151 major league wins for Bret Saberhagen. Phillips in the air to center field. Over is Darren Lewis to make the catch. 1 out.
Again in that at bat, Phillips running the count to 3-2. Second time that he's gone toward Darren Lewis in center field this afternoon.
Number 15, the center fielder, Sean Green.
One going for the Blue Jays. Here's center fielder Sean Green. Green getting a lot more playing time for Toronto this year. Seemed to battle for some when Cito Gaston was the skipper. One ball, 1 strike. Green was out on a ground ball to Benjamin at second base, his first trip back in the first inning. Jays and the Red Sox have divided their 6 previous meetings this year, with Toronto winning 3 of the 4 games here at Fenway Park. The Williams crew swept a pair at Sky Dome June 1st and 2nd.
We don't head back to Toronto till what? To September, the end of the season?
I think it's the first weekend in September.
4-game series, I think, up at Sky Dome.
Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Green. Second strikeout of the afternoon for Saberhagen.
Mixes up his pitch as well. Follows the changeup with the fastball, and Green behind the fastball. Saberhagen with 2 punch-outs, 1 on the fastball to Green, and a curveball to Canseco last time up.
Here's Jose. Strikeout victim his first at bat. Breaking ball down and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Among players not born in the United States, Canseco 379. Orlando Cepeda and the great Tony Perez. Jose, of course, born in Cuba. Big swing by Canseco. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 2.
Saberhagen has dropped down on the side a couple of times to Jose. The curveball last time to strike him out. This time he drops down with the fronting fastball back inside in the hands of Canseco. A little different look from Saberhagen both times against Jose. One a curveball, one a fastball.
Foul back on the screen. Still 1 and 2. 28 home runs for Canseco this year. best year 44 with the A's in 1991. Jose also had 42 home runs for Oakland when he was the American League's most valuable player in 1988. It's this one out to right center field. Long run for Darren Lewis. Won't get there. That's going to roll all the way to the triangle at the 420 sign. And Canseco will check in at second base with a long, long double.
Well, I think Saberhagen got the fastball where he wanted it, up and in on Canseco, but he's able to hit the hands in and drive that ball out to the triangle. A lot of times you think 3 bases as soon as you see that ball hitting that area. Canseco will end up on second base in scoring position with the 2 outs.
Number 25.
As far as you have to chase the ball here at Fenway, back to the 420.
Carlos Delgado.
There's a wide open gap there too, playing him to pull in center, and it was wide open toward the triangle.
Canseco winds up at second base with 2 outs. Here's Carlos Delgado. Delgado had a 2-base hit his first trip back in the second inning. A's now have 5 hits, including 3 doubles off of Saberhagen. I think the scoreboard is wrong. I think that Toronto only has 4 hits. Everybody has 5 up there. I got the Jays for 3 last inning, and the 2-out double by Canseco here in the third. So 3 of the 4 Toronto hits have been for 2 bases.
I got the same thing, Bob. I got him for 3 doubles and a single.
Delgado, Fernandez, and now Canseco with the 2-base hits.
Even with the man in scoring position at second base, Red Sox still have that big shift on Delgado with the 3 players on the right side of the infield. Vaughn and Benjamin very close together, and Nomar playing him like a right-handed pull hitter at second base.
With Canseco at second, Valentin much closer to third base this time than he was the first time when Delgado came up with the bases empty. Foul back by Delgado, and the count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Goes to a full count on Carlos Delgado. Here's the payoff pitch from Saberhagen. Line drive, base hit, right center field. Canseco being waved home by third base coach Eddie Rodriguez. He'll come in and score, and the Blue Jays now have a 3-2 lead.
Well, it's been just about all change-ups, off-speed pitches. Delgado with first base open. Then on the 3-2 count, Saberhagen tries to throw the fastball to the outside part of the plate, but look at Delgado cover the outside corner. Gets out there, hooks the ball, and again pulls it for the base hit. He is really hot in this series. That's a nice piece of hitting. He went a long way to get that baseball. Canseco coming across with the 3rd run, a 3-2 game.
So Toronto has the lead again. Here's Mike Stanley, the designated hitter. Edgar Martinez leads the American League with 18 home runs for a designated hitter, and then Stanley was 16.
Stanley really got off to a slow start too at the beginning of the season for Toronto.
That's a strike, says Dale Scott.
All the runs this afternoon so far are coming with 2 outs for the Blue Jays.
Breaking pitch blocked by Hatteberg. 2 balls and a strike. Toronto got 2 in the top half of the second inning. Sox tied him on the 2-run home run by Darren Bragg in the bottom half of the inning, and then the Jays have reclaimed the advantage here in the third. Two balls, 2 strikes. Bret Saberhagen, twice a 20-game winner in his major league career. 20-6 with Kansas City in 1985. He won 23 games with the Royals in 1989. Strike 3 call. Caught the outside corner. 3rd strikeout for Saberhagen. Toronto gets a run, and the Jays have a 3-2 lead after 2.5.
When you ship with Priority Mail, it's a great way to save money. But what about other parts of the world? There's global Priority Mail. And here's the best part. Give us a few days more, and you can save up to 70% over FedEx or UPS. So, what's your global priority? Try Global Priority Mail from the U.S. Postal Service.
This is Caesar.
For the latest in digital technology, get Cellular One. We've led the way in wireless phone service from the start. But just think if we'd gotten it to you sooner.
Eastern Clothing of Watertown announces its July clearance sale. Get 25% off our complete line of fashion suits, both single and double-breasted, as well as our entire line of athletic cut suits. 25% off Eastern's great variety of Sansabelt and other major brands of slacks and sportswear. In addition, get 10% off our exciting selection of newly arrived fall goods. Eastern Clothing of Watertown. Our July sale is on now.
Back at Fenway, the Blue Jays have the 3-2 lead as we move to the bottom of the third. Well, this August 11th is Wally the Beanbag Buddy Day at Fenway. The first 15,000 fans, 15 and under, receive a Wally the Beanbag Buddy compliments of Fenway Franks. To order tickets, call 617-482-4SOX.
Top of the order for the Red Sox. Darren Lewis leads it off. Foul right back behind the plate. Lewis followed by John Valentin and Mo Vaughn.
Knocked the mask right off Fletcher. Caught him right on the side, the left side, and spun the mask around. That doesn't happen with those hockey helmets, right?
No. Jays catcher Charlie O'Brien, who was with Toronto last year, was the inventor of that mask. But Darren Fletcher preferring the old style catcher's mask. 1-1 pitch here from Williams is in for strike 2. Williams had a 2-0 lead, gave up a 2-run home run last inning to Darren Bragg. There's the old style, which we're long familiar with. Now Williams has a 1-run lead again as he takes to the mound here in the bottom of the third. Strike 3 call. Darren Lewis standing there for a second now with a word or two to Dale Scott before heading back to the Red Sox dugout.
Well, a few have had some complaints early in the game. Lewis here with the fastball down and away. He felt that ball was outside, and of course Stanley was complaining after that last curveball for strike 3 at the end of the inning. So it looks like a pretty good sized strike zone for pitchers this afternoon.
Lewis the strikeout victim, and here's John Valentin. Pitches up high, 1 ball, no strikes. 5-game hitting streak for John, who fouled to Ed Sprague, the third baseman, back in the first inning. Breaking ball for a strike, and that evens things at 1-1.
4 pitches for Williams: the fastball, curveball, occasional slider, and the changeup.
This is at the knees. Strikeout high for Williams this year, 9. That was in a game July the 1st against the Mets. He has picked up 3 so far in this one. Balls behind Valentin, 3-1. Williams averaging under 3 walks per 9 innings, and had walked just 15 in his last 9 starts prior to this one, and that includes 5 his last time out. Backing up, Gonzalez on the outfield grass, and Gonzalez will make the catch. 2 gone.
I would imagine right now maybe a little more difficult to hit his dark at home plate with the sun still shining on the backdrop.
Second at bat for Vaughn this afternoon. Both of those home runs for Mo came in that 1 ball game last Saturday night in Detroit. Home runs 24 and 25 for Mo. Breaking pitch is down low. Vaughn a strikeout victim back in the first inning. Two balls, no strikes. Chop foul past the first base coach, Dave Joust, down the right field line. Trying to keep 1 foot in the stands.
That'll also keep him in the ballpark. That's a heck of an effort right there. Teamwork.
Needed some help from his friends. Front row seat and a souvenir. Here's Woody Williams. 2-1 pitch to Mo Vaughn. Good breaking ball. Count is even, 2-2. Bases empty, 2 out. Sox bat here. Home half the third. 2-2 pitch from Woody Williams. Vaughn grounds it to second base. Short hop by Fernandez. Fernandez to Delgado. And 1-2-3 go the Red Sox here in the third inning. 3 complete here at Fenway. Toronto leads the Sox 3-2.
It's a red-hot month of baseball in August. The Sox are in Seattle for 2 on the 3rd and 4th at 10 p.m. On the 11th and 12th, the Sox host the Royals for 7 p.m. start. On the 13th, the Twins come to town for a 7 o'clock start. Then the Sox battle the Twins on the 15th at 5 o'clock. On Monday the 17th, the Rangers head into Fenway at 7, and on the 18th, it's a 1 o'clock getaway start. The Sox head to Kansas City on the 19th at 8, and on the 20th, a 2 p.m. start. The Sox host Oakland for 3 on the 25th, 26th, and 27th, all 7 o'clock starts. It's a 5 p.m. start on Saturday the 29th at Fenway against the Angels, and the Mariners come to town on the 31st at 7. Fox Baseball Thursday has 4 games in August, and the Paw Sox hit Nesson for 4 games as well. It's a full month of baseball on Nesson.
Nesson's Sports Desk keeps up with all that's new in New England sports. Join host Bob Rogers every 15 minutes weekdays from 5 to 9 a.m. for all the late scores and highlights. Jamie Parker gets you caught up weekends from 6 to noon every 30 minutes. Get all the sports news on your schedule. NESN Sports Desk.
Back here at Fenway Park, Jays lead the Red Sox 3-2. Toronto coming to bat, top of the 4th inning. Next action on NESN following today's game will be the start of the West Coast road trip. That'll be coming your way Tuesday night. 10 o'clock start out from the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. The Red Sox and the A's to get the West Coast party. And the 2-week road trip started for the Red Sox.
Oakland in 3rd place over the National American League West, ahead of the Seattle Mariners.
Aaron Fletcher, first ball hitting. Mo Vaughn makes the play right along the first base line. Steps on the bag, 1 out.
Mo playing right on that first base line. Fletcher, a pull hitter, and he'll take extra bases away with this play going to his left. A little stumble by Mo, but then he'll take it himself for the first out.
Number 1.
I think Mo might be happy to get back on the road.
Tony Fernandez.
Under heavy scrutiny here at Fenway Park.
Friendly Fenway.
Yeah, friendly Fenway. Not so friendly for Mo right now. Here's Tony Fernandez. One ball, no strikes on Fernandez, who had a double to left to drive in a run back in the 2nd inning. Fernandez knocked in a run and then scored 1 himself, as the Jays got 2 in the 2nd. Bat goes flying. Ball goes down the right field line again. Almost another member of that party in the front row there by the tarp had a chance for a souvenir. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one hit a little hard, though. Saberhagen pitching against the Blue Jays for the first time in 7 years here this afternoon. One pitch to Tony Fernandez. Fernandez up the middle, base hit. Wide turn at first base, and Fernandez heads back to the bag.
That might be the longest bunt you're going to see in a while, but Fernandez will do that. He tries to draw the infield in by faking a bunt, walking up like he's gonna bunt, and then at the last minute slap away at the ball. Now he's trying to slap that to shortstop on the ground. Instead, he gets it in the air, and it gets over Garcia Parra's head. Once the infielders see that bunt move, they all come in a couple of steps. That'll be the longest bunt you're going to see for a long time. Swinging bunt.
Great bat control.
Now, a lot of guys try that. You know, they get the 3rd baseman in tight, and they try to hit a ground ball by him to the shortstop, make him throw him out.
Fernandez aboard for the 2nd straight time, and following is Sprague with a base hit to center. Fernandez going to 3rd. Here comes the throw, and he's out. Back to 2nd base, safe at 2nd. As Sprague hustles into scoring position, but the lead runner, Fernandez, thrown out by Darren Lewis at 3rd base.
There's some type of hesitation here by Fernandez rounding 2nd. It looked like he was going to make it easy. Here he rounds a little stutter step as he gets to 2nd base, like I just stuttered. And then he finally throws him out at 3rd base. Nice throw by Darren Lewis. Sprague trying to hustle himself in a scoring position. Just beats the relay from Valentin.
Fernandez out at 3rd and out by a good margin.
Trying to take advantage of that 1-out situation, get on 3rd with less than 2 outs. Instead, he's thrown out at 3rd.
Number 9 hitter Alex Gonzalez at the plate for the Blue Jays. Breaking ball from Saberhagen, strike 1. Gonzalez played in the 500th game of his brief career last night. Been struggling at the plate. He snapped out of an 0 for 16 stretch last night with a base hit. Sprague is back in, head first at 2nd base.
I always pay a lot of attention to base runners here at Fenway, especially with 2 outs. Try to keep them as close as possible, because anything hit the left field, you've got a chance of throwing somebody out at the plate.
Fastball breaks the bat, fouled into the crowd here and back to the first base dugout. 0-2, and Gonzalez is going to need new lumber. Blue Jays, following the wrap-up of the series here tomorrow, head for Cooperstown. They've got the Hall of Fame game on Monday. They'll play the Baltimore Orioles 2 o'clock at Doubleday Field, and then head back to Sky Dome for a series against the Texas Rangers. Gonzalez down in the count, 2 strikes. Sprague at second base with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a fastball, and that retires the side. No runs, 2 hits, 1 stranded for the Blue Jays. 4 strikeouts for Saberhagen. Red Sox trail the Jays 3-2 here at Fenway.
Flying to Baltimore for business? If these 17 reasons don't convince you to fly Southwest Airlines nonstop to Baltimore, maybe this will. Call 1-800-I-FLY-SWA.
You are now free to move about the country.
Do you believe the old way of buying gas is dead? We do. Speed Pass from Mobil. It's the fastest way to get gas. Just wave it past the pump, and like magic, you're gone. Speed Pass, only at Mobil, lets you take wing.
He's going.
Hello.
Todd Wallace, please.
This is Todd.
Bill, it's Citizens Bank. It's about your home equity loan.
Oh. I just applied. Is everything okay?
Well, you didn't get the amount you asked for.
I knew it.
No, you were approved for $15,000 more.
Really?
Citizens Bank. Quick turnaround and the not-so-typical habit of trying to give you more than you asked for. Citizens Bank.
Back here at Fenway Park, Sox down by a run as they come to bat here, bottom half of the 4th inning. Time to check our game summary. Alex Delgado has been problems for the Red Sox here this afternoon. Has a single, a double, is knocked in and scored a run. Tony Fernandez with an RBI double. Darren Bragg, a 2-run home run for the Red Sox. It's 3-2 Blue Jays. Omar Garcia Parra to lead off the 4th for the Red Sox. Takes a called strike. Omar followed by Troy O'Leary and then Darren Bragg. Omar in his 3rd straight game in the cleanup role for the Sox. Been quiet on the homestand so far. 1 for 9 plus a walk.
Omar 0 for 4 last night. As mentioned before, the only time he's gone hitless in back-to-back games was against the Mets, that being back in June. Had an 0 for 3 in one of those games against the Mets, 0 for 4 on the following, and it's the only time this season, 2 games in a row, no hits.
Fouled away, still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Games this afternoon, Cleveland beat Detroit 6-5. Seattle snapped Baltimore's 5-game winning streak. Mariners behind Jeff Fassaro turned back the Orioles 4-2 at Camden Yards.
Yeah, the Orioles lost a game.
Yeah. They're what, 14-2, something like that, since the All-Star break. They've gotten to within 7 games of the Red Sox in the wild card. Now are 7.5 behind. With this Sox-Toronto game being played here at Fenway this afternoon, Garcia Parra spoils another. White Sox lead the Yankees 2-1. They're in the 6th at the Bronx. And then tonight, Oakland at Tampa Bay. Texas plays at Minnesota. And Anaheim goes at Kansas City. 3-2 pitch here from Williams is outside for ball 4. Nomar draws a leadoff walk. Second free ticket issued by Williams here.
Well, Nomar has not been running very much this season. He only has the 6 stolen bases. He's been caught 4 times. A lot of that hitting in front of Mo Vaughn. Now hitting behind him. Maybe we'll see him attempt a few more stolen bases. Still have that left-hander, though, behind him, and Troy O'Leary.
Big swing by Troy comes up empty. 1 strike to count. 5 for 15 in his career against Woody Williams. In the air to left field, Jose Canseco. There for Toronto to make the catch. 1 out. One out for the Sox here in the 4th inning. Darren Bragg coming to the plate. Bragg came up with O'Leary at first base, and 1 out in the 2nd inning. Sox trailing 2-0 at the time. Bragg goes deep to left and gets it over the Munster and into the screen. A 2-run home run to tie the game. At the time, 2-2. Since then, Toronto has reclaimed the advantage. They lead 3-2 in the game. Bragg hitting here with Garcia Parr at first base and 1 out in the 4th. Garcia Parr goes, line drive, base hit, right field. Nomar streaks from first to third.
The time when a ball's hit like that and the runner's off at first base, he'll stop to make sure the ball's not caught. But a good read by Nomar. He knows it's going to drop in for a base hit, so he'll just continue on at third base. Bragg now 2 for 2 in the ball game. There's Nomar, no hesitation at all. He knows it's going to be a base hit, and he'll just work his way to third base.
And so far, the Sox have only the 2 hits, and they both belong to Darren Bragg. First and third for Boston with 1 out. Mike Benjamin at the plate for the Red Sox. Benjamin slides the hand up the bat like he might be going to drop a bunt down. Does not offer. Pitch is ruled the ball. 1-0. Career high playing time for Benjamin this year, who's getting the start at second base for the Sox. Ground ball up the middle with a runner going. Bragg is out at second, and Benjamin is out at first as he hits into the inning-ending double play. And that will retire the side. Sox threatened but failed to score. We played 4 here at Fenway this afternoon. The Blue Jays lead the Red Sox 3-2.
It's coming. And this time there's something new. Now there's a wind tunnel by Hoover that's self-propelled, so it almost works by itself. Tests show wind tunnel picks up more dirt than any other clean air upright. And now you can get one that's self-propelled. Self-propelled wind tunnel.
John Lithgow performs the Discover Card Dial-Along song.
An extemporaneous piece.
Provided for your dialing pleasure while you call 1-800-IT-PAYS-2 and apply for your Discover Card, the card with the cashback bonus award that always pays you back.
That was a nice surprise.
And that's music to everyone's ears. It pays to discover. To apply, call 1-800-IT-PAYS-2. Accepted where you see the Novus sign.
NESN's exclusive coverage of Boston Red Sox baseball is being brought to you in part by your New England Ford dealer. Stop by your New England Ford dealer for great savings on new Ford cars and trucks. Buy the Discover card. It pays to discover. Accepted where you see the Nova sign. Buy Hoover. Nobody gets the dirt like Hoover. Nobody. And by Priority Mail from the U.S. Postal Service. We deliver. Back here at Fenway Park, late afternoon ball game with the lights on here at Fenway Park. One of these 5 o'clock starts that have proved very popular with the fans here. Jays have a 3-2 lead. They come to bat against Bret Saberhagen, top half of the 5th inning. It'll be the top of the order for the Blue Jays. Tony Phillips, Sean Green, and Jose Canseco.
Yeah, that last play to end last inning, Bob, with the runner taking off at first base, it kind of drew Gonzalez right toward that second base bag. It looked like it was going to be a base hit up the middle. Instead, it turns into a double play.
Sox had first and third with one out, could not score. Tony Phillips has been up twice this afternoon. He has flied out twice to Darren Lewis. This one goes to right field, hit pretty well. Bragg back shy of the warning track, makes the catch. Bragg in the sun field out there in right, had a battle of the sunshine. Pulled down that line drive by Phillips, one out.
It's been famous here at Fenway for years and years. A very tough sun field, especially this time of day. Bragg has no problem with this one. Catches the line drive right about the start of the warning track. It's left field at Yankee Stadium, right field at Fenway.
One gone for the Blue Jays. Sean Green at the plate. Saberhagen misses inside. Green has bounced to second and gone down swinging. Three runs, 7 hits for the Blue Jays. 2 runs, 2 hits for the Red Sox. Both of these clubs have won 6 and lost 10 since the All-Star break. Both trying to get it going in the second half of the season. John Valentin chasing this one, and it's back in the crowd. Looks like we're going to be at capacity all 4 games of this weekend series. 33,000 plus here on Thursday night. Again last night. Similar crowd this afternoon, and a big crowd expected tomorrow. Pedro Martinez and Pat Henkin to close out the brief homestand. Sean Green lines this one foul. Still 1-2.
Well, everything's cooperating. You get the great weather here this weekend in Boston. Fill up the ballpark.
Then the Sox make that 2-week road trip through Oakland, Anaheim, Seattle, and Texas. Get back here August the 11th. If they get through the West Coast and that 2 weeks in fairly decent shape, they'll be home the bulk of the schedule the rest of the way. Mid-August right to the end of September. One, 2 from Saberhagen. Down and in. Count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Up high with the fastball, chased by Green, down on strikes. 5 strikeouts now for Saberhagen.
Well, that's the second time he's worked Green about the same way. A lot of off-speed pitches, change up and curveballs, and then for the strikeout, back to the fastball up in the zone.
The left fielder, Jose Canseco.
Can't get on top of that one or make contact.
80 pitches with 2 outs in the 5th inning for Bret Saberhagen. Facing Jose Canseco. Canseco goes after the first pitch. A major league foul fly. Hatteberg is over. Hatteberg is there and makes the catch as he bumps right up against the front rail. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays in the top of the 5th. We played 4.5 here at Fenway Park. The Sox trail in this one 3-2.
I've put it off long enough. I'm buying today.
Oh, how happy you have made me. It's your New England Ford dealer's factory authorized clearance, and it's sure to put a smile on your face. Get less than 1% financing on a huge selection of Ford cars and trucks. ZX2, Contour, Escort, Taurus, Windstar, and Ranger. Or choose up to $1,500 cash back.
This is definitely the best time to buy.
Hurry while selection is big. It's your New England Ford dealer's factory authorized clearance.
All right, bring it in here, guys. Huddle up. Now listen up, fellas. We got a full house out there. They can't get to the Rockies, so let's bring the Rockies to them. Right. We got the coldest beer around. With frost-brewed coolers lighting out trains, there's no reason we shouldn't have a great day. Now what do they want? Coors Light. What do we got? Coors Light. What? Coors Light. I can't hear you. Coors Light. Get ready.
RedSox.com, the official website of the Boston Red Sox. Follow the games pitch by pitch. Chat with your favorite players. Buy your tickets online and shop at the Red Sox Cyber Store. RedSox.com. Check out media notes and post-game coverage. Review Jimmy Williams' video play of the game. And take the Cyber Sox Challenge. RedSox.com. It's a whole new ball game.
Back here at Fenway Park, a one-run lead for the Blue Jays. Check the schedule of upcoming games for the Red Sox. Tomorrow's game to wrap up the series with the Blue Jays can be seen with Sean and Jerry here at 1 o'clock on Channel 68. Then Nesson has all three to start the West Coast trip from Oakland. 10 o'clock, 10:30, and 3 o'clock. A couple of night games followed by a Thursday matinee at the Oakland Coliseum. Scott Hatteberg to lead off for the Sox. Midray Cummings and then Darren Lewis to follow. Not an easy catch for Hatteberg at the end of the inning when Canseco really hit it high back behind the plate.
Big high pop-up. You've got to deal with the stands, the fans, and the bat boy in that case.
Now ball right side. Carlos Delgado. Underhand shuffle to Williams covering, 1 out.
Still only the 2 hits in this ball game for Boston. Both of those by Darren Bragg, and the 2 runs because of the home run by Bragg. A 2-run job back in the second.
Midray Cummings, 3 of his 4 home runs coming this year at Fenway Park. The other at Tiger Stadium in Detroit. Fouled at the plate. Woody Williams looking for his 10th win of the season. For the Blue Jays. Knotted up, and Cummings lines it past Fernandez at second base for a base hit.
Well, that's a 5-game hitting streak now for Midray Cummings. Jumps on a curveball, not exactly where Woody Williams wanted this to finish. Finishes about belt high, and Midray Cummings with the line drive quickly past Fernandez. Lined out to Fernandez last time. This time gets a little bit higher and picks up the base hit.
Keep Delgado busy at first base. Top of the order now for the Sox. Here's Darren Lewis, who's 0 for 2. A couple of strikeouts. Swinging in the first, called in the third. One strike. Runner goes, pitches a ball and throw down, and it's waiting for Midray Cummings. Cummings out attempting to steal.
Well, people are running, but nothing good is happening. Darren Fletcher's thrown out 28% of the runners. Will get Midray Cummings easily at second base, right on the money. Last time the Red Sox ran with Bragg, it ended up in a double play as the ground ball took Gonzalez right to the bag.
1-1 pitch now to Darren Lewis, and Lewis will send it foul back over the roof boxes. It will leave Fenway Park. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Little number back behind the plate. Still 1-2. These towns sound familiar. Born in Houston, lives in Alvin, Texas. Now, isn't Alvin, Texas, where Nolan Ryan has the big sprawling ranch?
I think Nolan owns Alvin, Texas. I think he owns all the banks around there anyway.
Upstairs to Lewis. 2 balls, 2 strikes. little fly ball back on the outfield grass. Backpedaling Delgado, called off by Fernandez. Fernandez will make the catch, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left for the Red Sox. We played 5 here on this Saturday afternoon at Fenway. The Blue Jays 3 and the Red Sox 2.
Pedro Martinez. He's a Cy Young Award winner. He's the heart and heat of the Red Sox rotation. And he's clocked at over 90 miles per hour. Folks usually get a ticket for that. We suggest at least 2. Visiting friendly Fenway is faster and easier than ever this season. For tickets, call 617-267-1700. This time, we're letting you off with a warning.
I'd like to tell you about a local rent-a-car company. It's called Hertz. I know. Great big Hertz at the airport. That's what you're thinking. But this is Hertz Local Edition, and we're right here in town with several convenient locations. So, your car's in the shop, or you just need one for the weekend. Call us. We'll come right over and pick you up. I know. You want to know about our rates. Well, pick up the phone. Let us surprise you.
See if this grape represents your initial investment. This could be your return in 5 years. And in 10 years, if you diversify.
So, how many years will it take to get to this?
You'd be surprised at what you can get in the supermarket. Full-service banking 7 days a week. Citizens Bank, not your typical bank. At Select Star Markets.
5 complete at Fenway. It's a 3-2 Blue Jay lead. To be in the front row Monday night for a start of a week-long visit to Sugarloaf in Maine. Why go to a ski area in the middle of summer? We'll show you. And we'll also take you fishing with Charlie Moore. So take a seat in the front row Monday night right here on Nesson.
Bret Saberhagen down by a run. Jays coming up here, top of the 6th inning. Cleanup hitter Carlos Delgado to lead it off. Mike Stanley, Darren Fletcher to follow. Saberhagen has won his last 2 decisions. But no decision in each of his last 3 starts. Put together back-to-back wins. June 25th at Philadelphia. Beat the Phillies 7-5, and then came back and beat the Expos in his next start on July 1st, 6-1. Since then, he's been no decision at Baltimore, no decision at Tampa Bay, and no decision at Detroit. Bret's last outing was last Sunday. He left the ball game tied 1-1 in his pitching duel with Justin Thompson at Tiger Stadium. Tom Gordon, you recall, taking over in the 9th inning. Tigers got a couple of runs off Tom and won the ball game.
Delgado halfway through the swing, just dropping the bat. Well, actually, it was after the swing. I was surprised that time, maybe looking for something other than the fastball. The fastball by Saberhagen. Another fastball up and in.
Well, the count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball, second base, right into the teeth of that shift. Benjamin tossing out Delgado. 1 out, and we'll head to our Nesson studios and Bob Rogers. Bob?
All right, Bob, well, the final from this afternoon, the Orioles say goodbye to their 11-game home winning streak, and it was Jeff Fassero, a pitcher who was on the block getting it done. He scatters 11 hits, gets some nice defense behind him from Jay Buhner. The Mariners win it 4-2 despite Alex Rodriguez, Ken Griffey Jr., and David Segui combining to go 0 for 12.
Hey, what if you're applying for a job at Nesson? It doesn't hurt to be named Bob, right?
Well, apparently not. I think everybody there is named Bob. It's either their first name or their middle name, one of the 2.
Or their given name when you get a job at Nesson.
If you're not named Bob prior to it, we'll name you Bob when you get there. Here's Mike Stanley, batting with 1 out here in the 6th inning.
Dale Bob Arnold and Gord Bob Kluzak.
Jerry Bob Remy. Sounds a little southern, doesn't it? Jerry Bob. swung on and missed by Stanley. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I just look at those Western Division standings, figuring if Seattle would have a chance at all of getting back in it. 10 games behind Texas starting play today. Texas and Anaheim right now going back and forth at the top. Texas leading the Angels by a half a game. Both of those clubs with a lot of injuries and problems with their pitching. The Oakland A's, you mentioned, very young.
Last 10 games, what, Seattle 7-3 in those 10 games.
And won today, so what, 8-3 now in the last 11. Well, it had a lot of high expectations, certainly as the year got underway.
And 2 teams that people expected to make a move in the second half would be Baltimore, and they have made a move. And of course, most people felt Seattle would make a move. Still at the bottom of that division, though.
Baltimore is still dangerous for the Red Sox in that wild card. There's not that much ground. They made up a ton of ground already. They're 7.5 behind, and the Orioles have a lot of games left with the Red Sox at the end. Baltimore here at Fenway Park to close things out. High fly ball here by Stanley to right field. Aaron Bragg in the bright sunshine makes the catch for the second out. That's 7 in a row now, by the way, retired by Saberhagen since giving up the base hit to Sprague back in the 4th.
Number 9, the catcher, Darren Fletcher.
Let me correct that. That's 6 in a row retired by Saberhagen. Got Gonzalez to end the 4th. Set down Phillips, Green, and Canseco. 1, 2, 3 in the 5th. And has gotten the first 2 hitters here in the 6th inning. Fletcher lines it foul.
Bounced right in and out of Canvas Alley and up for a souvenir.
That's a strike. 0-2. One ball, 2 strikes on Darren Fletcher, who's popped to short and bounced out to Mo Vaughn unassisted at first base. Strike 3 called, and that'll retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We played 5.5 here at Fenway. Still Toronto 3 and the Red Sox 2.
Unlike other airlines, Southwest doesn't limit seats for frequent flyer award tickets. So if we've got a seat, it's yours. Not for keeps.
You are now free to move about the country.
Unlike other airlines, Southwest frequent flyer tickets can be easily transferred to friends and family members. Or perhaps someone else.
You are now free to move about the country.
Do you believe the old way of buying gas is dead? We do. Speed Pass from Mobil. It's the fastest way to get gas. Just wave it past the pump. And like magic, you're gone. Speed Pass, only at Mobil, lets you take wing.
The Simply the Best Summerfest is almost over. This could be your last chance to get up to $1,200 cash back in Tacoma pickups, or choose financing as low as 2.4% APR for 24 months and 6% for up to 60 months, or lease for just $189 a month. We're doing it again with the summer's hottest deals, so hurry. The Summerfest ends July 31st.
Well, he heard Blue Jays are in town, and he figured he'd stop by Fenway to take a look. Toronto leads this ball game 3-2. The Kansas City Royals are in town August 11th and 12th. Take on the Red Sox. Bring the whole family out to Fenway for some real family fun. For tickets, call 617-267-1700.
Cox come to bat here against Woody Williams. Down a run, bottom of the 6th inning. John Valentin, Mo Vaughn, Nomar Garcia-Parra coming up for the Red Sox. Sox got 2 off Williams on the home run by Bragg back in the 2nd. That's been it, as Valentin takes strike 1. Valentin's fouled to Sprague at 3rd and popped to Gonzalez at short. He's 0 for 2. Breaking ball, tap, foul at the plate. John Valentin has a little 5-game hitting streak on the line, hitless so far in this one. Goes after the high fastball, drives it to center field. Unable to come up with it is Green. It rolls to the warning track. Valentin goes for 2, and he goes in with his specialty, a 2-base hit.
33 doubles now for Valentin. That will put him in the lead in the American League in that category. Tried to sneak the high fastball by John. He gets up on top of it and finds that gap in right center field. Little dive by Sean Green. He can't knock it down, but Phillips is here to back him up and keep Valentin with the double.
On a 1-run game, the Red Sox get the leadoff man in scoring position. Mo Vaughn at the plate. Vaughn has had a tough afternoon so far, has struck out and grounded to second. Has hit a lot of boos here at Fenway. Battling Woody Williams here. On line drive, base hit, center field. Valentin being waved home by Wendell Kim. The throw to the plate will be up the line, not in time. Vaughn comes through with the RBI single, and the Red Sox have tied the score at 3-3.
Well, that turns around a lot of the boos. The base hit on the first pitch. RBI number 65 for Mo Vaughn, and this one will tie the ball game. Sean Green, who has 10 outfield assists after the bobble, still tries to throw out Valentin. The throw's going to be over the cutoff man's head, but no advance at first base by Mo.
Two first basemen, Delgado and Vaughn, are over there with Delgado holding Mo aboard and fouled back by Nomar Garcia-Parra on the first pitch. Rounder to short and a walk for Garcia-Parra on the scorecard this afternoon. Rounder to third, could be 2. Sprague to second. Fernandez to Delgado in time to double up Nomar. Around the horn, 5-4-3 double play.
The curveball's been a nice pitch for Woody Williams this afternoon. He'll get Nomar to ground out the third on this one.
Number 25, the
12-6 curveball there, hits on top of it. The nice high hop to the third baseman, and Tony Fernandez will smoothly turn over the double play.
Meanwhile, Troy O'Leary is down a strike to Woody Williams. That'll even things 1-1 on O'Leary. 3 runs, 7 hits for the Blue Jays. 3 runs, 5 hits now for the Red Sox. Woody Williams, Bret Saberhagen pitching duel here into the bottom of the 6th inning. Pedro Martinez goes for the Red Sox tomorrow afternoon. 1 o'clock game time here at Fenway Park.
2 former Cy Young Award winners, Henkin and Martinez, battling tomorrow afternoon.
Pedro there, Tim Wakefield behind him. Wakefield working in relief in the ball game last night. Here's O'Leary right down the right field line, foul.
Wakefield may be back in the bullpen tomorrow too. He doesn't make a start until Tuesday night in Oakland.
Well, Leary down on strikes to end the inning. But the Red Sox tie the ball game with a double by Valentin, the single by Mo Vaughn. We're 3-3 now as we head to the 7th.
RedSox.com, the official website of the Boston Red Sox. Follow the games pitch by pitch. Chat with your favorite players. Buy your tickets online and shop at the Red Sox Cyber Store. RedSox.com. Check out media notes and post-game coverage. Review Jimmy Williams' video play of the game. And take the Cyber Sox Challenge. RedSox.com. It's a whole new ball game.
We've got your team.
Here with Michael Jordan.
Hey, Jansen.
Derek Jeter.
Sergei Fedorov. Breaking stories.
We have learned tonight.
That's the latest from Seattle.
That's a wrap.
We are all over the stack.
Exclusive interviews.
If I hit 70 home runs, I retire.
We are there.
New York.
Chicago.
Seattle.
San Francisco.
Los Angeles. Fox Sports News.
Home teams.
Fox Attitude.
Weeknights at 10 on Nissan.
There's no waiting for Nesson Sports Desk. Join Bob Rogers and Jamie Parker as they keep you up to date on all the news from the world of sports in under 30 minutes. 7 days a week, it's Nesson Sports Desk.
Six complete, all tied at 3 thanks to the Vaughn base hit to drive in a run in the 6th. Check out Nesson.com for exciting promotions and contests. Test your New England sports knowledge with trivia contests and win great prizes. All this and more now available at Nesson.com, your online ticket to New England sports.
Tie ball game here at Fenway. Sox 3, Jays 3. Bottom third of the order. Led by Tony Fernandez up against Bret Saberhagen here in the 7th inning. Late swing by Fernandez, down a strike. Fernandez has 2 for 2 against Saberhagen this afternoon. Double to left, driving in a run in the 2nd inning. Single to center in the 4th. Fernandez sends it foul towards the roof boxes where a nice play is made. Double-barreled action for the Red Sox in the bullpen. Derek Lowe is the right-hander, and David West, who made his Red Sox debut here last night, is the left-hander. Sox needed a well-pitched game by Saberhagen today and have gotten it as he has pitched into the 7th inning. Yun-Ho Cho went 3 innings here Thursday night, and Steve Avery lasted just 3+ here last night. Fernandez, pop foul. John Valentin going over there for the Red Sox. Can't quite get through the camera area there. Still 2 strikes. 100 pitches now for Saberhagen, who's going 6+ in this one.
And that's why you see the action in the Red Sox bullpen now.
One ball, 2 strikes. Fernandez recently had his 2000th career hit. That was July 13th at Baltimore. Came off Nero Rodriguez. Leading off the 6th inning. Broke up a perfect game by Rodriguez at that point. Ground ball here to short. Garcia-Parra has it over to Mo Vaughn. 1 out. Now let's go to our Nesson studios now and call in Bob Rogers. Bob?
All right, Bob, Hideki Irabu looking for his 4th straight win today, but he's not going to get it. He's out of the game as the White Sox explode for 4 runs in the 7th to snap a 2-2 tie. Ray Durham's base hit scores Maglio Ordonez. The Yankees in danger of suffering their 8th loss this season at home.
And back here at Fenway Park, Sox and Toronto are 3-3 here with 1 out in the top of the 7th. Ed Sprague at the plate. Bret Saberhagen on the mound. Fastball and misses inside.
That is remarkable. Bob just saying the Yankees 37-7 at Yankee Stadium this season. The team closest to that would be San Diego. They're 36-11 at home.
Yankees overall 72-25 starting play today. That's 7:42 baseball. Red Sox in second place. Sox trail the New Yorkers by 16 games. Saberhagen trails Sprague 3 balls, no strikes. That's a strike. That's pitch number 106 for Saberhagen. The most he has thrown this year, we're told, is 110. That was April the 5th in his first start at Seattle. Kerrigan keeping an eye on things. Top step of the dugout. 3-1 pitch is foul back our way. 3 balls, 2 strikes. They've protected Saberhagen as well they might all year long. His really investment in Saberhagen has really paid off for the Red Sox. 10 wins by the All-Star break. 3-2 pitch. Popped up. Saberhagen under it, and he's going to handle it himself right on the mound. 1 out. 9 in a row retired by Saberhagen.
And why not, too? You see infielders fight to get the pitcher out of the way and make the play, but some occasions that pitch is a pretty good defensive player. That's the case for Saberhagen. He called for it right away. Everybody get out of my way. I'm going to make the catch.
Alex Gonzalez looks at strike 1. Missed at the knees.
Saberhagen, of course, has that extra day's rest prior to this start. Worked last Sunday against the Tigers and Justin Thompson.
In the air to left field. Troy O'Leary is there. He will make the catch, and that retires the side. 1, 2, 3. So the Blue Jays here in the top of the 7th. Saberhagen's retired the last 10. It's 3-3 as we pause for the 7th inning stretch.
Finally, man has achieved Mach 3.
Hi, it's Paul Revere. The British are coming.
For reliable nationwide coverage, get Cellular One.
Hi, it's Paul. The British are coming.
We've led the way in wireless phone service from the start. But just think if we'd gotten it to you sooner.
Hi, it's John Adams. I'm not here, so please leave a message.
John, it's Paul. Pick up. It's important.
When it comes to renting a car, there's really only one place to go. National gets you in your car and on the road fast. So what are you waiting for? National Car Rental. Let's go.
Play the game hard, play the game right.
So you want to kind of go do the same thing.
Darren Lewis crashes into the right field wall to make the catch.
It's kind of like you don't want to be the one guy to mess it up, so.
What a tremendous play!
It's just a matter of time, you know, getting used to it.
Back goes Troy O'Leary.
It's West Coast baseball here on NESN. The Red Sox in Oakland to battle the Athletics Tuesday night, live at 10.
7th inning stretch complete. Everybody settling back into their seats. Tie ball game here at Fenway Park as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Saberhagen retired 10 Blue Jays in a row. Darren Bragg been a big part of the Red Sox offense this afternoon, stepping in here against Woody Williams. Bragg is 2 for 2, a 2-run homer in the 2nd inning and a single to right in the 4th. 3 balls, no strikes on the leadoff hitter. Williams today has given up 3 runs, 5 hits. I have him for 4 strikeouts. He's walked 2. Bragg taking all the way. Sends this one towards the wall in left field, scooting over. Canseco won't get it. 1 hop off the wall. Bragg goes for 2 and has an easy double.
Well, Darren Bragg had last night off, and looks like the rest did him so good because he's really been a problem this afternoon for Woody Williams. The home run, the base hit, now the opposite field double. Canseco went to play this off the wall. Looked like it bounced before it got to the wall, but he's not going to catch up to it anyway. And the double, the leadoff double for Darren Bragg. Now Benjamin has to get him to third base.
In at first and third for the Blue Jays. Benjamin Bunning drops the bunt down to the pitcher. Williams goes for third. He double clutched, but still got his man at third base. Got Bragg. Bragg is hot down there with Derwood Merrill, and now jumping in is Wendell Kim.
Boy, it looked like once Woody Williams hesitated that Bragg was going to be safe. Bragg's lucky he didn't get thrown out of the ball game because it looked like he had a little bit of a bump there with Derwood Merrill. Usually it's the manager questioning the play, isn't it?
That's what I was just thinking.
Now Jimmy will have his chance to question it.
And we'll have a chance to see here on replay.
Watch the first hesitation right there, and it looked like that was going to be enough to allow Bragg to get in safely. And boy, that's a close play. Sliding to the outside part of the bag. Derwood Merrill making the out call. Wendell Kim immediately will argue the call. Bragg will argue it. And I think there's going to be a little bump there, maybe. It was just Derwood spinning around on Bragg.
Replay wasn't definitive. It looked like it very close play. Could have gone either way. And it goes against the Red Sox. Bragg is out at third. Benjamin safe on the fielder's choice at first. Red Sox trying to get that runner to third base with less than 2 outs. Could not do it in this situation.
Number 10, the catcher.
So Benjamin at first, 1 out. Scott Hatteberg at the plate.
Tough to tell, wasn't it, on the replay?
Yeah. One ball, no strikes. Hatteberg has walked and then bounced out Delgado to Williams covering. Fastball missing away. Williams falls behind now 2-0.
Well, what a huge play that was by Woody Williams to take that man out of scoring position. Well, I thought once he hesitated that first time, he'd forget about the play at third, go to first base to get the out, but he continued on, and they got the benefit of a very close call.
Hatteberg now 3-0. Adre Cummings in the on-deck circle for the Red Sox. That's a strike. High fastball. Williams has now gone over the century mark in pitches. And a pretty good battle here at Fenway this afternoon. Sox and Jays tied at 3. Hatteberg taking all the way. It's a full count. Bill Risley warming in the bullpen for the Blue Jays.
See if they have Benjamin going on this 3-2 count.
Benjamin's holding. Hatterberg swings away, pops it up. Shallow right center field. Green is coming in. Back Fernandez a long way from that second base position. Makes the catch for the second out.
The ball is hit so high by Hatterberg, gave Fernandez a chance to get under and camp underneath that pop-up.
Ray Cummings, the designated hitter of his inning, began promising for the Red Sox with a double to left by Darren Bragg. Sox were unable to move him to third base, and now they've got Benjamin at first base, 2 outs. Ray Cummings at the plate, and Cummings takes a called strike. Ray has hit the ball hard twice, lining out to Fernandez at second base in the second inning. And then a solid base hit to right in the 5th. Missed outside, 2 balls and a strike. Three runs, 7 hits for the Blue Jays. 3 runs, 6 hits for the Red Sox. Outside, 3-1. So Williams has been consistently behind the hitters here in the 7th inning. Time called by plate umpire Dale Scott. Cummings is sitting on a 3-1 pitch. He takes it for strike 2. So with the full count on the hitter, 2 outs in the inning. Benjamin at first base will be off with the pitch. There goes Benjamin. 3-2 pitch now to Cummings. Cummings hits it in the air right down the right field line, foul. So we'll do it all over again. Cummings back to the plate with a count of 3 balls, 2 strikes, and Benjamin returns to first base.
We're not holding Benjamin on first base. That enables him maybe to get an extra step, and certainly on a ball that's hitting the gap could be the difference at home plate. Delgado just behind Benjamin. And he'll back off.
Benjamin goes. 3-2 pitch. Cummings ground ball right side. Fernandez at second base. Handles it cleanly over to Delgado, and that retires the side. The Red Sox started the inning with Bragg at second. Nobody out. Failed to score. We go to the 8th. Toronto 3. The Red Sox 3.
Oh, how happy you have made me. Your New England Ford dealers are making people happy one great deal at a time during factory authorized clearance.
This is the best price I've ever seen on an Explorer.
That's just a $299 a month lease on the Ford Explorer Sport 4x4, loaded with these extras.
Hey, Explorer is the best thing out there.
Oh, how happy you have made me. Only $299 a month on Ford Explorer Sport during your New England Ford dealers factory authorized clearance.
They say the game these days is all about money. Well, not for the beer man. For the beer man, it's still about passion. When I crack open a cold Coors Light, I give 110%. just like those guys in the Rockies. And when a fan shouts, "Hey, beer man," that frost-proof refreshment is delivered like an inside fastball. No, it's not about money. It's about exercise. I gotta drop some pounds.
Coolest night! Get your coolest right here!
7 complete, still tied at 3 here at Fenway. This copyrighted program is brought to you under pay cable TV rights granted by the Boston Red Sox, solely for the entertainment of our viewing audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of the accounts and descriptions of this game without the written consent of the New England Sports Network and the Boston Red Sox is prohibited.
Red Sox and Blue Jays 3-3 here as we go to the top of the 8th inning on this family day at Fenway Park. Red Sox front office and players, families getting together before the game. And it's Eckersley there along with Jake. And there's Jake. There's Jake Eckersley, and a lot of the action taking place here at Fenway Park a little bit earlier. Sox players, Wally the Green Monster was here. Youngsters got to run the bases, and the Fenway Flyers and the Green Monsters fought to a 12-12 tie here. There's the Valentins moving from second to third. That ended in a 12-12 tie. It's a 3-3 tie involving the varsity. The Red Sox and John Valentin against the Blue Jays. New pitcher now for the Red Sox. Bret Saberhagen going the first 7 and retiring the final 10 batters he faced. And Derek Lowe now takes over on the mound.
This will be appearance number 35 for Derek Lowe. A couple of saves, those coming on that last trip. His last outing. The first game of this Toronto series, pitched the 9th inning, allowing 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned against the Blue Jays on Thursday.
Now batting for Toronto, number 12.
A 3-3 tie, top of the order for the Blue Jays. It'll be an interesting 8th inning. Top of the order for the Jays here, and the top of the order for the Red Sox in the bottom half of the inning. Tony Phillips is 0 for 3 in this one. One ball, no strike. Sox needed a strong pitching performance from Bret Saberhagen, and that is actually exactly what the veteran right-hander turned in.
He's pitched a couple of great games the last 2 times out. The Tigers last week. Justin Thompson also tough in that game, and will not have a decision in this ball game this afternoon.
Ground ball by Phillips. John Valentin on the infield grass over to Mo Vaughn, 1 out.
Saberhagen now has started 3 games without allowing a walk. But in those 3 games does not have a decision, right?
No.
The center fielder, Sean Green.
Tampa Bay, Detroit, and now ball game here against the Blue Jays this afternoon. One gone in the Toronto 8th inning. Sean Green, the center fielder, who's 0 for 3. Ground ball, right side. Benjamin on the outfield grass. Devon, 2 outs. Derek Lowe, a sinker ball specialist, comes in, does his specialty, gets a couple of ground ball outs here. First 2 hitters, Phillips and Green in the 8th inning, and Jose Canseco now makes his way to the plate.
You know, Mo Vaughn had trouble seeing that throw from Benjamin. If you look out towards center field where Mo was looking, it's still sunshine out toward that bullpen area, and I think for a second he had a tough time picking that ball up. Benjamin was lined up with that area that's still in sunlight.
Two outs in the Jays' 8th.
It's like when you're hitting at the plate, comes out of that sun area, and it's awful tough to pick up.
Big swing by Canseco. Hacks and misses. 1-1. Ground ball again. John Valentin makes the play at third base. Over to Vaughn. 1-2-3. Quickly go the Blue Jays in the top of the 8th inning. We played 7.5 here at Fenway. Jays 3, Sox 3.
any guy in here.
Oh, here we go! Hey. Isn't it fun, though? It sure is fun.
Patriots! Yeah. Ah, Patriots!
What I've been doing on my time off by me, Tim Naring. Thanks, guys. This is me at the supermarket, banking. Here I am on the web, applying for a loan. Here I'm waiting for the train and making a withdrawal. And finally, this is me staying up really late, checking my bank balance.
With banking this easy?
Ah, thank you. You're much too kind.
Some people get a little carried away. Citizens Bank, not your typical bank.
This is the steering wheel of a dragster. It is used for going straight. This is the steering wheel of a stock car. It goes left. And this is the steering wheel of a Formula One racing car. It goes right, straight, adjusts the foil, the pit radio, has 2 controls for the clutch, multiple gear shifts, oh, and of course, goes left. For state-of-the-art speed, it's Formula One.
Catch the Austrian Grand Prix, Sunday at 4 on Nessun.
Back here at Fenway Park, bottom half of the 8th inning. Sox and Blue Jays tied 3 runs apiece. Check our game summary. Bret Saberhagen did a great job. 3rd straight start without allowing a walk. Retired the last 10 men he's faced. Eric Bragg hit a 2-run homer for the Sox back in the 2nd inning. Delgado was single, a double. Has scored a run and knocked in a run for the Blue Jays. 3-3 battle here. Red Sox send the top of the order up against Woody Williams in the bottom of the 8th inning. Aaron Lewis with a bunt attempt. Got it past the pitcher. The dive by Lewis. Safe at first base. A.B. Phillips with a call. Big dive that time by Lewis. Quickly out is Jim Rowe, the trainer. Jimmy Williams. Dave Joust, the first base coach.
Looks like Lewis is going to be okay. I think he was stepped on by Woody Williams. I'll tell you what a bunt and what a great play by Delgado. Good bunt. He makes the first baseman field it right out of the glove and leaves the pitcher to the bag. Now Lewis with the slide will get in there safely. Then he's stepped on by Woody Williams. Plenty of action in that play. How about that play there by Delgado? Then a great slide by Lewis to get the base hit.
Concentrate so much sometimes on Delgado's offense. He's come a long way as a defensive first baseman. Began his major league career as a catcher.
Well, that's just a terrific play there to shuffle the ball of the pitcher, and then a terrific slide by Darren Lewis.
The 3rd baseman, John Valentin.
Darren Lewis has really been a catalyst for the Red Sox this year. He again scored that game-winning run in the 10th inning here Thursday night. He's aboard now to open the 8th inning with an infield hit. John Valentin squares. Brings him charging in. Delgado from first base and Sprague from 3rd.
I'm surprised to see Valentin scoring around there. I thought they might let him swing. Nobody out. Want to get that man in scoring position, but if first base opens, you're probably going to lose Vaughn unless they bring a left-hander to face him.
Isak is the left-hander. Quantrill the right-hander in the bullpen. Valentin swinging away this time. Fouls it at the plate. It's 1-1. Ball, 2 strikes. Challenging ground ball, flagged down by Williams, goes to second for 1. Fernandez back to Delgado for the double play. 1-4-3 double play, and quickly 2 outs, nobody on for the Red Sox.
Well, Woody Williams doing a good job fielding his position here. The curveball again. Tap back to him on one hop. Gets himself set up. The crow hop step, and he feeds Fernandez nicely. He'll turn over the double play.
Vaughn bats here with the bases empty and 2 outs in the home half, the 8th.
Well, this would temporarily turn him around with a home run, wouldn't it?
Vaughn takes the called strike. Big swing by Mo, 0-2.
Woody Williams has had a very, very good curveball in this game.
Been a while since Vaughn has hit one here at Fenway. June the 7th against the Mets. This one is in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Vaughn, of course, has hit a number on the road right after the All-Star break at Baltimore. A couple home runs in Detroit. He was sidelined prior to the All-Star break. One-two pitch to Vaughn. Down low, ball 2. Williams gives up a lot of home runs. It's been a while since Mo has hit one here at Fenway. Outside, ball 3. The plate, so still a full count on Vaughn. Vaughn reaches. Nomar Garciaparra hits next. Down and in, ball 4. Vaughn draws the walk, and that'll bring up Garciaparra. Third walk issued by Woody Williams.
Nomar Garciaparra.
Tim Johnson out of the Toronto dugout. Got Quantrill and Plesac in the bullpen. To get a positive reaction from Woody Williams. He got that and now makes his way back to the third base dugout.
We mentioned earlier, we mentioned a couple times on the broadcast, Nomar has gone hitless in back-to-back games only once this year. He was hitless last night. He is hitless so far this afternoon. 0 for 2 plus a walk. Williams misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Garciaparra hits it high in the air to left field. Canseco looking up. If it's fair, it's gone. It's gone! A home run for Garciaparra. Vaughn will score ahead of him. The Red Sox will take the lead. 5-3 Boston. Home run number 18 for Nomar Garciaparra. Roy O'Leary follows. O'Leary in the air to right field. Charging on is Tony Phillips. Won't get there. Bounces away from him. O'Leary goes for two. Here comes the throw to second. It won't be in time. O'Leary has a two-base hit.
Looked like something off speed to Nomar. A changeup that stayed inside and above the belt. A high fly ball that's going to catch the net down that left field line. Well, we talked about the home runs for Woody Williams. A couple of two-run homers this afternoon, and that last one doing some serious damage.
Red Sox with a 5-3 lead. Tim Johnson out. That'll be all for Woody Williams. The call will go out to the Toronto bullpen. Red Sox trying to win a game in their final at bat for the 13th time this year.
O'Leary follows with a double. Nice effort here by Tony Phillips. He's lucky he didn't sprain that wrist. You see him roll over on that. And by the time he gets back to field it, O'Leary in the second base with the double.
That'll be all for Woody Williams. We'll take a break. Back with more baseball from Fenway right after this.
I can manhandle any guy in here.
Oh, here we go! Hey! Isn't it fun, though? It sure is fun.
Patriots! Ah, Patriots!
Take me out to Fenway. Take me out to the crowd. Buying Coca-Cola. Watch the Red Sox attack. I don't care if I ever come back. Cause it's root for the Red Sox. If they don't win, it's a shame. Cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the
For tickets, call 617-267-1700. Boston Red Sox baseball. What a game.
Red Sox now with the 5-3 lead in the bottom of the 8th inning. Well, the All-Star Game is coming to Boston for 1999. And official All-Star Game merchandise is now available online. Log on to redsox.com to purchase the same stuff that is available at the park.
Here at the park this afternoon, it's a 5-3 lead now for the Red Sox. Tim Johnson goes to his bullpen. Left-hander Dan Plesac.
Second in the league in appearances. This will be 55. He is 3 behind Sean Runyon, the left-hander from Detroit, in appearances in the American League. His last appearance right here at Fenway. Bases loaded, 1 out. He tied O'Leary, but then Damon Buford hit the grand slam off him.
In to face the left-handed hitting Darren Bragg, who comes up with O'Leary at second base and 2 outs here in the 8th. Infield single by Lewis with that hustle play at first base. He was wiped out on the double play. Then Mo Vaughn worked Williams for a walk on the 3-2 pitch. Garcia Parra followed with his 18th home run of the year. It's 5-3 Sox. Swing and a miss by Bragg, who's gone 3 for 3 today. Needs a triple for the cycle.
Well, if he hits it to the triangle, Bob, he'll have that triple, especially the way the defense is set up.
Green in center field, shading towards left. Bragg quickly down, 2 strikes to Plesac. Field made to Durwood Merrill. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball to short. Alex Gonzalez makes the play over to Delgado at first base to retire the side. But the Red Sox take the lead on the home run by Garcia Parra. We head to the 9th inning. Boston 5, Toronto 3.
Stopping? I will. Oh! Yes!
Nobody does it like you.
A revolving brush or 5 rotating brushes, a manual hand tool or one powered with 2 more brushes. The choice is easy.
Nobody
Steam Vac Ultra.
does it like you.
Gonzalez and his chase for the RBI record. Canseco and his quest for 40-40. Rangers Blue Jays. Baseball Thursday on Nesson.
Nesson's exclusive coverage of Boston Red Sox baseball has been brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines. With fares so low, you have the freedom to go places and do things you never thought possible. Fly Southwest Airlines. By Citizens Bank, not your typical bank. By Mobile, introducing the fastest way to get gas. Mobile Speed Pass. It's free and it's only at Mobile. By Gillette Mach 3, the first triple blade razor. And by Cellular One, the wireless phone company. Here we go to the 9th inning now. Red Sox protecting a 5-3 lead, and Tom Gordon will take over on the mound.
27 saves for Gordon, second in the league, tied with Wetland, 2 behind Troy Percival of the Anaheim Angels. He's got a win in this series. The last time out for Gordon, game 1. Scoreless 10th inning. And picked up his 5th win of the season in that game against the Blue Jays.
Toronto, number 25.
Be facing Carlos Delgado, Mike Stanley, and Darren Fletcher. Delgado has doubled to right, singled to right, and grounded out to second base. Five runs, 9 hits for the Sox, 3 runs, 7 hits for the Blue Jays. Delgado sends it foul into the Boston dugout, and that'll scatter the troops. 1-1.
Well, insulting the Red Sox for all the base hits, but then they hit one in the dugout and scatter the dugout. Eric Lowe looks like he got the souvenir.
Ball. And Garcia Parra right in the shift, tossing out Carlos Delgado again. The 3 infielders on the right side, and he hits right into the shift just like he did his last at bat.
Yeah, the shift that time works perfectly. The ground ball to Garcia Parra, the bat to Benjamin.
Number 20.
The bat goes just about as far as the ground ball. There's Nomar making the play. Nice easy little flip for him to first base. And there's the rest of the bat, which will now become firewood.
Save it for this winter.
You may need it up there tonight, Bob.
I could.
Good luck in Powerball, by the way.
Thank you. You too. It was 190 million.
That's all.
Big swing by Stanley. Stanley has popped to short, been called out on strikes, and has flied out to right field. Breaking ball up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball. Stanley hits it in the air. Benjamin way out in right field. Darren Bragg calls him off, comes in, settles under it, makes the catch. 2 outs, 1 to go. Saberhagen retired the last 10. Lowe set him down 1-2-3 in the 8th inning, and Tom Gordon has gotten the first 2 Blue Jays here in the 9th. So that's 15 in a row retired by Red Sox pitching, dating back to Sprague's base hit in the 4th inning. Darren Fletcher bats and looks at ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Fletcher has popped to short, grounded to first, and been called out on strikes. That's a strike, says Dale Scott. It's 1-1. standing here at Fenway Park. Eric Lowe could win his first game in a Red Sox uniform. He came into the game tied 3-3. Garciaparra hit the home run, and Tom Gordon will try and close him out. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. The ball game is over. Red Sox again have come from behind. The Red Sox give Derek Lowe his first win in a Boston uniform. Tom Gordon picks up the save, setting down the Blue Jays 1-2-3 in the 9th inning. Nomar Garciaparra, the big hero. Garciaparra with his 18th home run of the year in the bottom of the 8th inning to break the 3-3 tie. So Derek Lowe wins number 1. Sox grab the lead in this series against the Blue Jays, 2-1, with the series finale coming up here tomorrow afternoon, featuring Pedro Martinez against Pat Henkin. Citizens Bank presents the Not Your Typical Player of the Game, and our choice, there were a number of them, a number of which ways we could have gone, but we picked Bret Saberhagen. 7 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs. He entered a strong performance out of a starting pitcher today, and Saberhagen gave him just that. Player of the Game has been brought to you by Citizens Bank, not your typical bank.
And the mobile extra mile play of the game, the home run in the bottom of the 8th inning by Nomar Garciaparra. Home run number 18 on the season. RBIs number 70 and 71. That one gave the Red Sox the win. Mobile goes the extra mile for you.
So a pretty good little ball game for you here this afternoon from Fenway Park. Derek Lowe wins his first game in a Red Sox uniform. Woody Williams takes the loss. He's 9-5. Tom Gordon picks up save number 28. Stay tuned for Bob Rogers and more Red Sox baseball right after this.
Do you believe the old way of buying gas is dead? We do. Speed Pass from Mobil. It's the fastest way to get gas. Just wave it past the pump. And like magic, you're gone. Speed Pass, only at Mobil, lets you take wing.
I believe I can fly.
This is Caesar.
Julius, the Senate wants you killed. Look out for Brutus.
For the latest in digital technology, get Cellular One. We've led the way in wireless phone service from the start. But just think if we'd gotten it to you sooner.
Extra, folks call for Caesar.
Hey, beer man.
I'm the fastest beer man in Texas. That fan is thirsting for a cold frost brewed Coors Light, and I'm the guy that's gonna give it to him, punk.
This game has passed you by, old-timer. I'll give this fan a cup of ice-cold Rocky Mountain refreshment faster than you can blink.
All right, 2 beers.
You still got it, old man.
Not bad yourself, kid.
The ultimate Derek Jeter dream date. First you call a girl. Tell her that you're preparing a perfect candlelight dinner for her. I throw in some R&B. I can't cook, so I'll order some food. Tell them to give me the works and put it on my Discover card. Splash on a little cologne. Throw on your apron. The Discover card cashback bonus is the icing on the cake. What else would she want to do but to watch highlights of us winning the World Series in 1996?
It pays to Discover. To apply, call 1-800-IT-PAYS-TO. Accepted where you see the Novus sign.
More late-inning heroics for the Red Sox as they win this afternoon at Fenway. 5-9-0 for the Red Sox. 3-7-0 for the Blue Jays. Well, Nomar Garciaparra with the big home run for the Red Sox. He can bat leadoff, he can bat third, and yes, he can bat cleanup. He's down on the field now with Debbie Robleski. Deb?
Thank you very much, Bob. Yes, there were a couple of 2-run home runs in this one tonight. Nomar, you getting your 18th home run of the year off of Woody Williams. It looks like a changeup that he throwed you.
Yeah, I was able to connect with the changeup. You know, Woody's a great pitcher. He's pretty tough to face, and you know, even in the later innings, you know, it may seem like he's getting tired, but he knows how to pitch and he can still get you out. And I think Mo Vaughn had a great at bat right before. You know, it looked like he got 2 strikes and was able to work a walk. I was glad I came up and was able to get one I could drive.
This game seemed like a game where just everything came together. Bret Saberhagen had a terrific outing. And, of course, we have to note that Derek Lowe got his first win in a Red Sox uniform.
Yeah, I tell you, it was a great team win. Saberhagen threw a great game. like I said, you know, with Woody pitching, you know, you're going to have to go out there and pitch a good game because he's going to go out there and challenge you. Derek Lowe came in and did the job. You know, Darren Bragg hitting a home run, you know, and that was big. And I think we had some key hits today, which kept us in that ball game, and that's what we needed.
Okay, Nomar, thanks for joining us. Let's send it back upstairs to Bob Rogers.
Actually, we sent it back upstairs to Bob Kersey. We really don't even need us, Jerry, because Nomar did a nice job of wrapping it up for us.
Well, that was a terrific outing by Saberhagen. He struggled early in the game just a bit, but then shut him out for the last 4 innings. It looked like he got stronger as the game went on. And offensively, Darren Bragg with a big day. Nomar, of course. Nomar made a good point. You know, Vaughn really worked that count and got the walk to give him a chance to get to the plate, to get the home run. And, of course, you had to feel good for Derek Lowe, and you can see that in the clip at the end of the ball game, his teammates surrounding him as he finally gets his first win. He got a couple of saves before he got a win.
So the Red Sox win this one 5-3. Now we go to Bob Rogers. Bob?
All right, Bob, and Jerry's going to have to wear his WABU shirt, actually wear his NESN shirt on WABU, because the Red Sox are 7-3 since the All-Star break here on NESN. They have yet to win on WABU, so Jerry will want to wear his NESN shirt to get the Sox back on track on Sunday. Well, of course, the Red Sox dealing with the controversy surrounding Mo Vaughn. The Blue Jays dealing with their own controversy. Tim Johnson hinting that Roger Clemens may pitch on Sunday. He has backed off of that now that Pat Henkin went into his office and said, "Skip, what's up?" So it will be Henkin tomorrow. Bret Saberhagen today. Some early trouble with 2 outs. Tony Fernandez drops one down the left field line. That scores Carlos Delgado. The Blue Jays up 1-0. Still in the second inning, more 2-out magic again. The ball not hit very well by Ed Sprague, but it gets just over Nomar Garciaparra's head. Scores another run. It is 2-0. But the Red Sox get it back with one swing of the bat of the home half. Darren Bragg over the monster and left. It is 2-2. Blue Jays will regain the lead in the third. Delgado rips a liner into right center. That scores Jose Canseco as he rumbles home with the third run of the game for Toronto. It's 3-2. But Saberhagen was solid for the Red Sox, as he has been so many times this season. Ends the sixth by freezing Darren Fletcher. The Sox tie it up in the sixth on the Mo Vaughn RBI single. And in the eighth inning, we're still tied until Nomar steps up. Another sellout crowd at Fenway, thrilled to watch the Red Sox come back to win. And Tom Gordon, a perfect ninth inning, gets him chasing it in the ninth. And Gordon saves it for Derek Lowe, who gets his first win in a Red Sox uniform. Save number 28 for Tom Gordon. Garciaparra, the big 2-run home run in the eighth. Saberhagen was terrific. 7 innings, strikes out 6 with no walks. It's his third straight start, by the way, without giving up a walk. And the Red Sox now, at the very worst, will split this 4-game series. They can take 3 of 4 and effectively knock Toronto out of the race in the wild card spot. In fact, the Blue Jays now 8.5 games behind the Red Sox in the wild card race. Time now for a Hoover pickup play of the day, and it is the Red Sox flashing the defense. Big Canseco at the plate. Pops one up behind the plate. Scott Hatterberg and John Valentin will give chase. Little meeting of the minds there as Scott Hatterberg takes it in for our Hoover pickup play of the day. Nobody gets the dirt like Hoover. Nobody. Well, the Red Sox hit a couple of big home runs today, and now it's time for our Coors Light Silver Bullet Blast update. Those 2 home runs will give us 2 winners. It is Peter Breen of Brockton, Massachusetts, and Pat Williams of Needham, Massachusetts. Both will win dinner for 2 at Ruby Tuesday, courtesy of Coors Light and NESN. Now it's time for our Discover Card. Payback, playback play of the day. The Yankees lost today, but they did have some good defense behind Hideki Irabu. Albert Bell tries to get this one through the infield, but watch Derek Jeter. How pretty is this? Oh, man, nice D. Goes 360 to get Albert Bell. That's your Discover Card. Payback, playback play of the day. And the Red Sox improved their record to 59-43. The Orioles also losing this afternoon, so they are now 8 games behind the Red Sox. And as we mentioned, the Blue Jays 8.5 back. And management in Toronto had hinted that if the Jays do not sweep or play very well this weekend, there could be wholesale changes. In fact, Juan Guzman is quoted as saying he will not be a Blue Jay by the end of next week. So we'll have to see what that means. The big story, though, the Red Sox win today. Nomar Garciaparra, the big home run in the 8th inning. Once again, the final score from Fenway, the Red Sox beat the Jays 5-3. Next Sox action here on NESN from the West Coast. It's Tuesday night, live at 10.